The train station rivals the Packard Plant as Detroit's biggest eyesore, and many people think it should be torn down. But for the first time in decades, there's a proposal to create a new use for the former auto plant on the city's east side. In tonight's Detroit 2020 report, Dave Llewellyn introduces you to the man who is leading that effort.
This huge manufacturing facility was an example of America's 20th century industrial might. But after sitting derelict for decades, it is now just an eyesore, a symbol of Detroit's demise.
So why is this knucklehead from Chicago coming here to do this?
Meet Bill Hults, the man driving the proposed revitalization of the Packard Plant.
You look at this and it's just 3,500,000 square feet of ugly. And we're going to take it and we're going to turn it into something very, very special.
Packard luxury automobiles were built on the 40-acre site until the late 1950s. In the years since, the factory complex has become a playground for scrappers, graffiti artists, and urban explorers. Hults says because of its history, the Packard plant represents an opportunity like no other.
This is a once-in-several-generations opportunity.
Hults expects to take control of the property next week by paying Wayne County nearly $1 million to cover the delinquent taxes.
Is this purchase going to go through? Do you believe that?
I believe that it will go through.
David Shemansky is the chief deputy treasurer of Wayne County.
We're really hoping that this guy can turn this around, turn it into something valuable, and it'll take off.
This is a look at the rendering of the proposed Villages of Packard. It's a grand vision for a desolate section of the city.
I see windows in here. I see a park here. I see, people coming and going to work. I see, maybe a restaurant right down here.
The project calls for a mixed use of commercial and residential, utilizing the century-old buildings designed by Albert Kahn, the majority of which are believed to still be structurally sound.
There is still some strength in this building, and there's some cosmetic that needs to be done on the outside of it. Maybe some of the floors need to be scraped off.
It's an iconic structure. The history is phenomenal, and the hope is we don't have to bury it, we can resurrect it. Will that happen? Stay tuned.
Once he takes possession of the property, Hults says his first project will be to turn the bridge over East Grand Boulevard into a coffee shop, so people will be able to watch the work as it progresses on the Packard site. In Detroit, Dave Llewellyn, 7 Action News.
As a symbol of Detroit's despair, the Packard plant is known all around the world. The proposed redevelopment of the site could potentially create thousands of jobs. The project would run into the hundreds of millions of dollars and take years to complete.